Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I have another Sephora haul. So I have been accumulating some products for this haul and I went a little fragrance crazy. I have been seeing a lot of new releases for fragrances, a lot of new releases for makeup. So we have mainly makeup today and a lot of fragrance with a little bit of skincare. So if you are interested to see what I picked up from Sephora, just keep on watching. Ooh, la, la. Okay guys, let's start off with the fragrances because I'm not sure how I even ended up with these or this amount of fragrances, but let's start off with one that I already have raved about, but I've only ever had a travel size. And now that I know that I'm going to be moving to Arizona, it's gonna be hot. I want to kind of shift my collection into more freshies because I lived in Puerto Rico before here, so I know what works in the heat, but I'm not sure what works in the dry heat. I don't know if the dry heat will be the same as tropical, but I'm kind of leaning more towards fresh. Spring is coming up, summer. I just picked up these fragrances and I think that they're going to work out. Some of them I'm not sure about yet, so we'll talk about those. But this one they put on sale and I believe the regular price is like $110 and they put it on sale for like 80 bucks or something not too long ago and I snatched it up. And this is a fragrance that I will forever recommend for summer, for vacations, for cruises, for hotels at the beach, that type of vibe. And this is Ellis Brooklyn Sunfruit. So I finally have the full size in my collection and I'm happy that I got it at a discount. So that's the reason why I snatched it up. I think I'm gonna do like a more detailed fragrance haul where I can talk more about them. I'm just gonna tell you the fragrances that I picked up and kind of describe to you what I get from them, but not too in detail. So I will be filming a separate video going more into detail about these perfumes. So Sunfruit to me is a very unique summer perfumes. So usually for summer we have like fruity fresh fragrances, but this is like the types of fragrances that I have been obsessing over where it feels like it's a second skin. It almost feels kind of musky. There's like no strong florals, there's nothing sharp, and you're getting like a juicy, fruity, musky, refreshing type of scent. So if you're looking for a vacation perfume, I would definitely suggest trying out Sunfruit. It's gorgeous and I've already gone through a travel size, so I know that this is going to be one that I'm going to wear this summer. So excited to have this in my collection. I also picked up 2 travel sizes of new fragrances, so I will be doing videos on these as well. I picked up Dolce & Gabbana L'Imperatrice Royale, I believe is the name of this one. Let me make sure. Yeah, Royale. So the original L'Imperatrice has been a staple for spring. A lot of people add it to their spring top 10 fragrances list, or they always recommend it for hot weather. And it's kind of like a tart, fruity scent. When I saw this one, I was just very curious because I haven't heard of L'Imperatrice for so long. So I wanted to see what they were going to do with this. So I did spray this on my hand one night and I will say I didn't smell it. Like where I sprayed it, I didn't really get like a scent coming out of it, but it did have like a tart feeling to it, just like the original. It is pretty good though. What caught my attention about this fragrance is that the top note is cranberry. So they didn't add a crazy amount of fruits or anything. They just kept cranberry, azalea, which is like a floral, looks like a floral, and then Virginia cedar, which is like a woody base. And I still do get kind of like that scent DNA of L'Imperatrice. I think this is like a more likable version of L'Imperatrice. So if you did smell L'Imperatrice before, a lot of people, including myself, the first time I smelled that perfume, it smelled like sour, almost rotten fruit. But it grows on you and then you don't get that after a while, or at least I don't. This is to me like the more likable version of L'Imperatrice without too much of that tardiness. There's still a tartness from that cranberry for sure, but I get more of like a woodiness from this one. It's really nice. I just need to wear it. I need to test it out a day that I don't have 20 million fragrances on because I just filmed a body mist review video. So I have a lot on me right now, but it's very feminine and I think it's gonna be nice for spring and summer, but I do need to give it some more testing and wearing. And then I saw this one and I was about to buy the full size, but I told myself relax because what if it doesn't smell like what I thought it was gonna smell. So this is Moroccan Oil. They came out with a perfume which if you have used that oil, that smell is to die for. So I was just about to add the full size and just check out, but then I told myself, get the travel, because sometimes they will make a version of something in a perfume and it smells nothing like what you were expecting. And the first spray of this, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't like the biggest fan like when it first opens up. Ooh, but in the air, if you're looking for like a clean, fresh, just got out the shower, I will say it's almost soapy. This is probably one of, if I was to add this to my collection, it would be one of the very few soapy scents that I would have in my collection, because that's not really a scent profile that I go for. But then when it starts drying down, there's something in here that turns almost like powdery, almost skin-like. It doesn't really remind me too much of what I remember the Moroccan oil smelling like, but it's not bad. I just think it's soapy. So if you like clean scents, this one is one to check out because it's very delicate and feminine, but it's very clean at the same time. So I'm definitely going to be testing this one some more, reporting back to you guys in probably a dedicated video. And then I picked up 2 Skylar fragrances. One was on sale, and this is a new release, so I was very curious about this one. So I picked up Nude Skin, and this has Tiger Orchid, Warm Vanilla, and Golden Amber. These fragrances are hypoallergenic, safe for sensitive skin. So this is supposed to be kind of like a skin scent. It's described as a tender caress, leaving you bathed in a sense of comfort and intimacy. Tiger Orchid and Warm Vanilla embody the familiar scent of soft, radiant skin. So that's kind of what they were going for. I really like the bottle. So we have like a nude color to it. This is how the back looks. I haven't bought myself a Skylar perfume in a minute. I do love Skylar Vanilla Sky, so I was very excited to try this one out. And this one was one of the ones that I wasn't sure about. It wasn't a love at first sniff for sure. It was kind of like just okay. But I like to let them sit for a little bit. I have had this for like about a week now. It's good. It smells good. It's just that it's reminding me of a lot of perfumes that I've had in the past. Oh, it does smell really good though. This smells like a day at the beach. You do have a little tiny bit of a sunscreeny touch to it, but it's not like by Rosie Jane. I think it was Missy, which it's literally smelled like a plastic floaty mixed with sunscreen. I was not a fan of that one. This one has such a creaminess, sensual, and perfect for summer. It makes me think of a pool day and a beach day under the sun getting a tan. It's more like a tanning oil than a sunscreen. Yes, that's what it is. So it smells like the tanning oil, which is a little bit more of a softer scent. It's not as strong as a sunscreen scent could be. I think I'm gonna love this one. It just has like a very warm nude is what I think of. Does this have the Nude Skin? Hello. That's the name. But it's like a second skin, warm, creamy, soft, smooth perfume. And it just smells like bathing suit, tan skin, super bronze, day at the beach. So I am going to keep this one and start wearing it when it warms up. And I think for summer is perfect. So like a summer skin scent. So if you're looking for those musky skin scents that I have been really, really raving about lately, this could be added to that collection. And this would be like the beach version of that. Kind of think of like replica beach walk, but like a soft skin scent, musky version of that. That's what this is. So yeah, I like it. I think it needed a couple days for the notes to smell good. And when I did get this order, it was snowing. Right now it's not snowing and it's pretty much starting to feel like spring. So that smells really good. And then this I bought because I saw that it was being compared to one of my favorite scents from Bath and Body Works from back in the day, which is Coconut Lime Breeze. And I was like, okay, I need a perfume that gives those vibes for sure. I don't really have a perfume that has that type of like Coconut Lime Breeze or the Lime Verbena, I forgot what it's called, that type of like lime sparkling refreshing type of scent. So I picked up Lime Sands. Look at this packaging. So Lime Sands has lime, sea salt, and coconut water. Soak in the tropic sun as the sea breeze mists your skin. Bright and zesty lime carries you away to white, sandy shores to calm your mind and reinvigorate your perspective. So here is the bottle. And then here is the back. I love these little pictures that they add in the back. It just really adds to the whole vibe and aesthetic of the perfume. Has those vibes. Yes, it does. But I feel like this is more realistic. Like it literally smells like limes mixed with coconut. And if you know me, that's one of my favorite combinations, when they mix coconut and lime. It's just refreshing, but it still has a little bit of a creaminess to it. The coconut in here is not stronger than the lime. The lime is for sure what I pick up the most. If you do not like super citrusy, fresh, zesty, it's almost like I could smell the skin of the lime, you would not like this. But if you like those refreshing, this is great for summertime. I'm not even gonna judge it right now, because I think in summertime is when I could really pick up the notes that I want to pick up from this one. But very excited for this one. Now we can get into makeup. Well, first I have something that I have to have at all times. This is my favorite pimple patches, even though I haven't been getting breakouts as much lately. But when I do, the Inky List hydrocolloid invisible pimple patches are my all-time favorite. I will say, I wish they had the option of like a jumbo pack or something that brings maybe like 3 sheets for like 20 bucks, because if we're paying 9 for this one and we want to get like a value size, give us like a value size, a jumbo size for like 20 bucks and put like 3 sheets in here, because I get tired of repurchasing and repurchasing. I'm gonna have to like buy a bunch to have them in stock. But this is the most invisible pimple patch that I have ever tried. You do have to be careful because they're so thin, so they could end up kind of like bending. You have to make sure to take it out softly and put it on your skin. You could even put makeup on top of this. That's how thin it is. And that's not just the reason why I like it. Every single time I put these on, if the pimple is ready to come out, it's gonna come out. It's pretty gross. And what convinced me the most about this was it also drew out a blackhead. I don't think I've ever had a pimple patch take out a blackhead before, so that was like confirmation for me that these are the best. So I need those. I did want to show you this that I got in PR from Huda Beauty. So they did release 3 new shades for the blush filters, and I wanted to give you guys a little quick swatch. So today I am wearing Intense Guava, and these blushes are so easy to sheer out and blend. You don't have to work super hard with them. The packaging is super cute. They're easy for beginners. If you're beginning with makeup, I recommend this as a blush. They look so cute. So here are the 3 new shades. Perfect for spring and summertime, but I think this is just so nice for springtime. So I already used the bubblegum shade. Today I used the Intense Guava, and I still have to try the Sunset Lychee, which is a little bit more peachy. But I'm gonna give you some swatches. Here we have bubblegum. There's bubblegum right there. It definitely is like a true bubblegum color. Sunset Lychee. This one's more of like it's like a peachy shade, but then it also kind of has like a nice, almost a bronziness to it. So here is Sunset Lychee. And then the one I'm wearing today is Intense Guava. She's intense, but it blends out easy though. Just start off with like 2 dots and then see if you want to add more, but it's definitely intense. So those are the 3 new shades for the Huda blush filter blushes. Next up, I got a PR package from Milk. When I saw this at my doorstep, I was about to buy this. Or I already had it in my cart to buy it because I received it before it was even released. I think it's available now at Sephora, but this is the Milk Makeup Grip Gel Tint. So we have the gripping primer, we have the setting mist, and now we have a gel tint. So it's a skin tint, but I do like that it says gel because the consistency to this is very different. It did send me shade 5 and 7, so I'm going to swatch those for you if you are light, medium, neutral like me. So I went with 5. 7 was a little too deep for me, but maybe for summer is a perfect shade if you have a tan. So I'm going to swatch 7. And I love the packaging. It's super pretty. Do notice that sometimes the product kind of comes out without me squeezing it, but this is super duper dewy. So if you have oily skin, I honestly don't know if I would recommend this. And if I do, I would tell you to just powder down, because you're not gonna want to leave any bit of your face without powdering if you're oily, because this already looks super duper dewy. So here's shade 7 right there. I mean, it's a good shade for when I have a tan. And then shade 5 is perfect right now as my winter shade. And I already wore this product and everything blended so nicely on top of it. I have no complaints. So here's shade 7 and then shade 5. I could probably mix both to get my perfect shade. They also sent a brush to go with it. It's dirty because I already used it, but this was so nice to apply the skin tint because it's a small size. It's not super huge and you can just kind of drag if you want to. You can press the product. Really nice brush to go with that. Next up, I picked up the new Makeup Forever Super Boost Perfecting Moisture Boosting Skin Tint, which is what I have on my skin today. And I did film a video trying new makeup, so some of these products can be found on that video. And I got this one in the shade 04. The packaging is not really my favorite. You have to kind of squeeze right here to get the product out, but I got it in the shade 4. It's a perfect shade match for me. Like right there, you can see. I'm wearing it today and it's pretty spot on. So love the formula of this. I'm already in love with it. It's hydrating, it's thin, it feels like you don't have anything on your skin and evens out your skin tone so beautifully. I also have been super curious about this primer. I've been hearing about it so much and I never picked it up. This is not new, but this is from Iconic London and this is the Velvet Smooth Pore Refining Primer. And if you have dry skin but you also suffer with either you want to get rid of your pores, you want to blur them out a little bit, might have a little bit of texture like I do, this is good. I have tried other primers that are kind of like for blurring the skin and they end up being way too mattifying and then my powder doesn't sit right. Everything looks cakey. This didn't do that. A lighter consistency. So here is the packaging. And I'm going to put some here so you can see what I mean. It's kind of like a creamy primer. It reminds me of the Hourglass one, which I really like. I think I put it away. But the Hourglass one, I'm more than halfway done with that one because it just leaves like a nice, smooth, blurred out look, but moisturizing at the same time. As you can see, it's like a cream. And I push this into my skin and it blurs out the skin while still it feels like velvet. It still makes your skin look hydrated. It does not make it look super matte. I also picked up this new product from One Size Beauty and this is the B12 Base Thinner. It's a vitamin pearl serum. And this is supposed to be a mixing medium, but I think you could also use it before your foundation. And this has antioxidant protection, beta-glucan and hyaluronic acid, which is plumping hydration, vegan crushed pearls for skin smoothing radiance. It's non-comedogenic, dermatologist tested, and you can use it as a mixing medium, but I think you could also use it before your foundation, which I think I want to try it that way. You see like the pearly finish. Next time I do my makeup, I want to try this one out. I haven't tried it out yet. It does look really radiant and nice and it's a very nice texture. Kind of like a gel texture, but thinner. Serum texture for sure, and cannot wait to see how this mixes in with foundation. I picked up 2 of the new Natasha Denona blushes, and this is the Natasha Denona High Blush Cloudy Cream Cheek Duo, and I got the shade Simply Shy and Sweet Cheeks, and I have not tried them yet. I need to try these. I've had them for a while just sitting here. I really like the packaging and I like how they're not all the same. So you can see that this is a lighter one and I love the shape of the packaging, and this is cream. I believe it's cream blushes. So here is Simply Shy. That is so pretty. I cannot wait to use these. And then here is Sweet Cheeks, which pretty too. It's like a peachy baby pink. It's like a pink and a peach mixed together. One side has more of like a shimmery touch to it, and then the other one is like a cream. So I will be getting into these very soon. I also picked up the Kosas Cloud Set Translucent Loose Setting and Blurring Powder in the shade Translucent Candy, which is an ultra sheer pink. Here is the powder, and I do like the packaging. So it has a little lid. So here's the lid so that your powder doesn't go spilling everywhere. Now I did have a little bit of, not a problem, but I was kind of like iffy about this powder. I was very excited for it, but then once I started applying it, I'm going to show you. This powder definitely has a sheen to it. You see that? That is the setting powder. That's almost like a highlight. So I was very worried about setting my eyes with this because I thought it was going to make my under eye area look super duper texture and it was going to highlight all the texture, and honestly it didn't. It's not the smoothest powder. I think the Huda Beauty is one of the smoothest ones in Makeup by Mario. Those two are like filters for your skin, but this one kind of adds like a healthy radiance while still brightening. And I also did like how it blended my blush and my concealer together because it gave it a little bit of like a pink tint to it. So I'm liking it more than not. So that's That's all I would say, is to go to the store and kind of like swatch it and see if you would like it. Because if you want a super smooth blurring, no type of glow, then I wouldn't recommend this. But I don't think that it emphasized my texture or anything like that too much. I did pick up 2 products from Ciele. Very excited about this brand. I recently picked up a blush and I loved it, and then I started to hear really good things about the tinted serum, so I got that one in the shade light medium 04. Look at this packaging, how beautiful this looks. Very high end, and it's glass, really nice packaging. It's a dropper bottle. I haven't tried this yet, but I think the shade should work. Yeah, ooh, that's very smooth. Very excited to try that out. And I also picked up a highlight, which I'm wearing right now, and it made the skin look really dewy, and I was able to apply it over powder. So that's very important to me for highlights, is if I can apply it on top of my already set makeup. And this is the Glow SPF 50 in the shade Piper. I worked it into my hand first, and then I took a sponge and tapped it on my face, and it gave me a really nice glow. I did film a get ready with me so you can see how I applied it, but it's a very like creamy highlight, and it gives such a pretty glow. So I'm very excited about this one too. And then last but not least, I want to try this one on right now, even though I already have glow. But I want to try the Say. This is not new, but this is the Glow Sculpt Multi-Use Cream Highlight and Highlighting Blush. But I kind of got a shade. It's Pink Glow. Kind of looks more like a highlight. It was on sale too, so that's why I picked it up. But this is the shade. I've been hearing a lot about these. Right there. I've been hearing that these are really, really nice on the skin, so I want to give it a try. So here's my cheek before. Okay, so I'm going to work it into my sponge, and I'm going to press it. That is really pretty too. So there it is without anything. Let's add some glow. Oh my god, that is the type of highlight that I like. I haven't really been into powder highlights because I feel like they look too like metallic sometimes and just not realistic. This to me is like your skin is healthy, your skin is glowing, but it kind of blends right in with the rest of your makeup. Favorite already right off the bat. This reminds me of the Ilia one that I have raved about a lot. It's kind of like this texture where it feels like a cream, but it feels like a powder. It's not too wet and dewy, not sticky at all. This is going to be my next favorite, and they do have other shades, so I do need to check those out. But I got it on sale, so I got it at a very good deal. Recently they had like a 50% off or something like that. So that brings me to the end of my Sephora haul. I know that the spring savings event or the spring sale should be coming up, because they do one in the holiday season and one for spring. So I'm already starting to build up a wish list. But if there are any products that you recommend that kind of look like what I'm into, let me know in the comment section. And with that said, that's going to be it for me today. Give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Ooh, la, la.